Wait, how do I do this again? Hi. Hello? Guten Tag! Konnichiwa, motherfucker. I don't know how to play guitar. Y'all ever played FIFA 13 on the Wii U? Bonjour, do you like Gojira? I really should have researched this. How does one YouTube? Bro, the Wii U is the best console ever. Please, just accept it. Accept it! What's even the point? Hello everybody and welcome to the Scotsman music channel. I should have been looking there. I should have been looking there. I'm sorry. So today what we're going to be doing in this channel is reviewing a recent album released in the past couple of weeks, I admit, but I only just got the courage to actually record the video now. I'm reviewing Moon Music by Coldplay, their 10th LP in their discography, and one that I quite enjoy. However, it does have its issues, and we'll get to them in a bit. But before we start all of that, I just want to explain what this channel is and what I plan for it to be if this video even goes out at all. So if you are seeing this, hi, I'm weird. And what that entails is me reviewing albums, me talking about albums that I find important in musical history, and telling you stuff about it, stuff that I find cool, reacting to stuff every now and again. I don't know how that's gonna work, but it will, hopefully. And yeah, just if you want to see stuff like that, and if you happen to enjoy this video, please think about liking and subscribing, maybe commenting tips for me, maybe, or even little facts that I might have missed out about stuff that I've been talking about. So yeah, please just enjoy the video. But yeah, let's dive into the track by track of Coldplay's Moon Music. Right, so first track is the title track, also titled Moon Music, obviously. And this album was produced by Max Martin, as with the last two Coldplay albums, Everyday Life and Music of the Spheres. Everyday Life, an album that I absolutely adore and think is severely underrated in almost every aspect. It's just completely overlooked in terms of Coldplay albums and rock albums in general. Music of the Spheres, not so much, but we'll get on to that. And yeah, Max Martin was a big part of that in Everyday Life. That what was good, but then wasn't able to return that form for Music of the Spheres. With help alongside the usual suspects like Bill Rico, or whatever you say his name. I don't really care, to be completely fucking honest. And obviously a lot of production work with John Hopkins, the composer, and of course Brian Eno. Now this first track is a bit weird. I didn't know what to think when I first listened to it. Like, that whole beautiful segment with the violin string section, it took me a minute to be like, oh, wow, this is something. But it really is something, and I'm glad with that it gave me hope, a glimmer of hope that, oh, maybe they're back, maybe they can actually do something. And sure as fate, they did. That whole track is very simple lyrically, but it still works, it still pays off, and it still makes you feel what the song is like. It still just makes you feel in general, to be completely honest. I'm waffling, my apologies. It's just the whole fade out from the wee, from the wee orchestral section into the nice piano solo from Chris with the little keyboardy space sounds in the background is gorgeous. It really works. It really suits them. And obviously the fade into the next track is decently well done. Don't know how I feel about the pitch changing on Chris's voice. It just sounds like a Dalek is trying to have sex with a Tesla robot. It's pretty fucking weird, to be honest, but I digress. But yeah, all around, just a beautiful song. Good way to start the album, gave me a lot of hope, and there's really not much to say. Not much else to say, to be honest. Next track is a straight banger, to be completely honest with you.
Feels like I'm falling in love.
Feels like I'm falling in love. You know, a really pure Coldplay song, purebred Coldplay song. Um, Performed well in the charts as the leading single for the album, as the main promotion single for the album, at least from my point of view. Um, and it it's just as Coldplay as it gets, really. It's a great mix of like the new gen of Coldplay of Music of the Spheres and Everyday Life, and the old gen going into the chorus. It's a really beautiful, and again, I think John Hopkins really, as the young kids would say, cooks with the orchestral work and the composing on this track and the last track as well. I might add, it really just suits the style that they're going for and the style of the song. It's just so good and unbelievably catchy. I might add. Feel like I'm falling in love. It's just great. Um, Great song, great tune. My only nitpick, and this is a small nitpick, it's not like end of the world. Why the fuck isn't, why isn't this thing? It ruins the song. Blah, 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 blah. Like, like most people on the internet, specifically Twitter. Fuck you, Twitter. Why? I just feel like at the end, going into that big crescendo when the drums come in and all the violins come in and Chris is singing la 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 lo lo, like he's an alien trying to learn how to speak French for the first time. And I just feel like Johnny's guitar should be just a little bit higher, a little bit louder in the mix. Sorry, because I feel like that would have really made you go. Punched you in the face, be like, yes, we're back, Coldplay are back. But again, it's a nitpick. It's something that I can easily still wonderfully enjoy the song. I can wonderfully enjoy the song. That's English for you. Well done, Tom. That proves how many fucking qualifications you've got. I feel like it just kind of feels like I'm falling in love with the song.
Whoa.
And now we get on to the Christian anthem, We Pray. Specifically Protestant, because I don't really want my Catholic people to be associated with this song, to be completely real with you. Nothing against the Protestants, it's just I'm a Celtic fan, so it's, you know, kind of our shtick. This song, I think Alienated is the best way that I can describe this song with this album. It just feels as if it's a okay song. I despised it when I first heard it when they played it at Glastonbury this year, but it's grown on me. It's not as bad as I thought. As bad as I thought it was when I first heard it. Sorry for the stumbling. Sorry about that. It's not as bad as I thought it would. It's not as bad as I remember it being when I first heard it at Glastonbury earlier this year. It was absolutely awful. I thought it was complete wank. It's grown on me a little bit, but I still don't think it's good. It's just sort of meh. Could easily live without it, and it wouldn't affect the album. I think it would actually better the album if it was off of it. And I go back to the word I said, alienated, which I know sounds like a compliment for this album, since it's space themed. But I do in fact mean that as a con, because it just doesn't suit the true tracks before it, which are so beautifully written and well thought out, and like very orchestral and like rocky ish. This is just a rap pop anthem that is just like kind of like, we're different. Look at us. We're cool. We're different. We're young. It's the midlife crisis of the album, I would say. That's the best way to describe it. And then there's Elania, whatever her name is, and Teeny, two people who did absolutely jack shite on that song. Like, I mean jack shite. They say, and I quote, "We pray, la 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 la." That's it. They got two people, two different women, to sing "We Pray La 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 La." That's it. Fucking genius. Why did I think of that? If I could just do that, I'd get Eminem, I'd get fucking Jay-Z together and make them just do an entire song. And I would just sing la 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 on it. And then I would be, oh,
Well, when I'm an Eminem and a Jay-Z track, so it must be good.
you literally did two things. Two things! But I digress. It's grown on me. It hurts a little bit that's on the album. It just doesn't suit the album. It doesn't ruin it for me. You know what I mean?
I love who I love. Oh yeah, I love who I love.
Now, Jupiter's a weird one because it starts off weird. You hear the lyrics and you're like, oh god, what's this going to turn into? Because the lyrics in the song, and that sadly, this is a reoccurring theme for the rest of the album. The lyrics are a bit on the nose. They're not really clever. They're just sort of. This is what the song's about, by the way, just in case you know what it's about. You know what it's about. You know. Smell my finger. It's just sort of. This song is about loving who you want to love and feeling free to be yourself and not caring what anyone thinks. I got that within the first 30 seconds of listening to the song, before the first group verses even come in. I knew what it was about. That's how in your face the lyrics are. Take that as a good thing, take that as a bad thing. I see it as a bad thing. I think Chris Martin is much better than that lyrically. But it's, again, not really that big of an issue for me. The song itself is really beautifully written, instrument-wise. I think the whole backing singers are great. I think they really suit the song. It gives it this sort of everyday life vibe, which is a big compliment. As big of a compliment as I could give for this album, really. And yeah, it's a really well written song. The chorus is very catchy again. That seems to be like a theme for this album. The chorus is being catchy, but the verses being a bit whoa. They're a bit like, are you Chris Martin or are you Chapel Roan? Chapel Roan fans, get mad. Stay mad. West Side Gang. Track ends with this lovely little section where everything sort of rises and then it slows down again, and it's very beautiful. A little bit of traditional native singing in a certain language. I don't know the language. I probably should have researched that, shouldn't I? But you don't care, do you? And then a lovely little bit at the end, which just says "love who you love," which is a nice little callback to the chorus. And I believe that's sung by Chris Martin's daughter, Apple, I believe. Weird fucking names for your kid. Don't know what Gwyneth Paltrow and Chris Martin were on when they named their kids, like Moses and Apple. Did you just read the Bible and then go to an orchard and then decide, I'm gonna name my kids after that? And great track. Love it. And you think, this album has hope. This album's gonna be great. This is the best album they've released in it's just fucking ghost stories. It's brilliant. In come the Chainsmokers. Why couldn't you just stay away, Chainsmokers? Why couldn't you just stay away? Why did you have to come back? Something just like this is an awful song. That's just a fact. It's not a good song. The lyrics are complete and utter wank. It's boring, it's mindless, it's like almost effortless. It's bland dance music with Coldplay as a feature to sell it. And yeah, it's one of their most listened to songs. That doesn't mean it's good. My Universe has like what? How many hundreds of millions of streams? And it's utter wank. Enough said. This song is again utter wank. Easily the worst song on the album. I don't need to think about it. I thought We Pray was bad. I didn't fucking hear Good Feelings. It's like I took a shit into a cup of coffee and then fed it to a cow, and then the cow pissed out the shit coffee. That is the song. That is Good Feelings. It gives me bad feelings. It gives me a brain aneurysm. You know that one kid back in the day that was obsessed with Sonic? And he goes, "Ah, idiots! Idiots!" That is how I felt when I listened to this song. Nile Rodgers played guitar on the song. Poor bastard. I'm not the biggest fan of Nile Rodgers. I don't really think he makes good music, especially in his time with David Bowie, one of my favourite artists. Tonight and Let's Dance are not very good albums in my opinion, and I think that's mostly because of Nile Rodgers' work. Again, I go back to the word alienated. This song would have worked better as a single than being on the album. Same with We Pray. So what do? They put it on the album. On the Full Moon edition, the special edition with bonus tracks, Wave, Karate Kid, and Man in the Moon, 2 out of 3 of those songs would have been perfect for this album. Karate Kid and Man in the Moon would have been absolutely perfect, and I'll get on to why they're perfect in the next track. This song has about 18 different titles, so I'm just going to run through all of the names that I know, and if you have any more names for this song, let me know. Rainbow, Angel Song, Alien Hits, Alien Radio. Fuck, where's the other one? Neon Forest. Neon Forest. Why couldn't they just stick with one title? I have no idea. They just sort of did. Fuck them. This song is an absolute masterpiece. What does the song start off with? It starts off with a nice little alien noises, satellite noises, a satellite trying to connect my network to my Wii U down here. The best console ever, might I add. You know, nice little spacey noises. It really suits the album. It's brilliant. It's great. It really gets you in the mood. And then the lyrics come in. As much as I could, as much as I tried. And you're like, oh, nice. There's going to be some lyrics to this. It's just going to get into it. And you're technically right. But where were those lyrics from? They sound familiar. Listening back to the Full Moon edition. They sound familiar. Oh, wait a second.
As much as I could, as much as I tried, I just couldn't seem to find the way. As much as I could, as much as I tried, I just couldn't seem to find the light.
Are you serious? You referencing a song that's not on the album? That's pretty fucking stupid, no? But it's fine, right? It's one song. It's not that important. Like, we can live with it. It's fine. The song goes into this beautiful, and I mean beautiful little, like, Coldplay rock moment with it. Like, you know, the drums kick in and you actually hear guitar. They're all harmonizing. And it's just absolutely gorgeous. It's really well done, really well produced. Absolutely amazing. Mwah, masterpiece. So far, best song on the album. Then the alien, little high-pitched alien voice that he had on Beautiful, another song which I despise. And this is the only song that voice changer has been used in that actually works and makes sense with the song. Because it's called Alien Hits, Alien Radio. It's like an alien's talking to you in the middle of a song, like trying to tell you about some toothpaste that they've got. I mean, they had it a little bit in Feels Like I'm Falling in Love, and it just kind of felt weird, but it didn't ruin the song. Again, it's fine. Then, we hear this little melody, this little tune that sounds like it's like being whistled out through the stars. And what is that tune? Again, that tune sounds familiar from listening to the Full Moon edition. You taking the fucking piss? That's 2 songs. That's two songs. 2 different songs you've referenced. Neither of them are on the album. So the references literally make no sense until you announce the Full Moon edition. Like it just doesn't make sense. It makes no sense. You reference 2 songs that aren't even on the album. They're on they're bonus tracks on the special edition. The digital only special edition that released a week after the album. It just doesn't make any sense. The song continues with a lovely little, again, piano-only melody with a little bit of acoustic guitar, and Will, the drummer, singing a gorgeous falsetto, like he's a little choir boy, about to get touched by a Catholic priest. It is absolutely gorgeous, and it's sort of a little ding at the end, like ding, ends the song. In my opinion, the best song on the album. It's perfect, despite the two piss taker trees. I hate you, Chris Martin. The next song on the track listing is IAAM, otherwise known as I Am a Mountain. I first heard this song on the FC25 game, as it is a part of the soundtrack. I specifically hunted it out for, first thing I did when I loaded up the game was look for that song. To say the least, I was completely blown away. I thought, oh my god, this album has hope. Because at that point, Repray had just not, I just released a month earlier, and I still kind of hated it at that point. But now, considering to the other song that's on the album, it doesn't seem that bad anymore. It just sort of worked. It had that Viva La Vida sort of feel to it that we haven't gotten since 2008. It's great. Piano work is brilliant from Chris Martin. The chorus is unbelievably catchy, which I'm okay with Coldplay sticking with that for the last two albums. I'm really okay with the decent verse but amazing chorus. It really works. It does the nice little slow, like happy sort of melody and flow, and it gets into the chorus. It's just fucking great. It is absolutely great. It's really kind of short song, but it does what it needs to do, and it leaves. It does enough, and then it goes. Absolutely delighted with that. There's nothing more I can say. It's a great song, one of my favourites off the album. It's brilliant. It's like Requiem by Korn. Like, that is like a 33-minute album, and it doesn't do anything more than it needs to do. It's just a collection of great, non-average Korn songs, one after another, all thriller, no filler. That is the same as I Am a Mountain. It does exactly what it needs to do. It's absolutely brilliant. It does enough, and then it ends. Next up, we have Eterna. And again, it's an alienated song. But this song does actually fucking slap. And I just, it just doesn't sound like a Coldplay song. It doesn't really fit the album. Well, it fits the album more than fucking Good Feelings does. It still does keep the theme, but giving it its own unique spin. And it's catchy, it's fun. Again, the lyrics are a bit on the nose, but again, it's a fun song, unlike Good Feelings. Eterna is actually a fun song, and I can imagine that song live, and with all the glowing wristbands and all the pyro and shit. That will be amazing. I'm calling it. Eterna live will be amazing. I mean, I don't know. I will never know, because they're probably never going to come to Scotland. The fucking pricks. But yeah, just a good song. An attempt at Coldplay doing pop and dance, and it actually working, like Sky Full of Stars, for example. It's just really good. Really, really good. Not one of my favourites. It's probably the lowest of the good songs on the album. But like lower than Jupiter, but it still is really good. Now, All My Love. Again, it's the same as Feels Like I'm Falling in Love. It's just a purebred Coldplay song. It's exactly what you would expect from Coldplay. It's just a wonderful piano ballad. Lyrics again on the nose. But again, I don't really give a shit. As long as the song's good, that's what matters. And this song is good. It's just a beautifully composed song. All the orchestral elements are great. The guitar comes in and everything, and the whole bit at the end of it rises and it falls and it goes into that nice soft ending. It's absolutely incredible, and It just sets you in the right mood. It just makes you want to just, ah, I'm in the mood to just, you know when you just, this is what this is. This is ha-ing. Yeah, but really, really top class song. This, I don't really know how to describe these things. I need to learn how to describe these things better. If I'm being completely honest, I'm pretty shit at this. But yeah, just a beautiful song. I really enjoy it. One of my favorites off the album. It's exactly what you expect. Again, I'm just waffling at this point, so let's just get to the fucking last track where I'm gonna fucking fanboy over it. Yeah, I was just wondering, Chris Martin, how many worlds are there?
Oh, one world,
How many?
only one world.
Wait, sorry, could you repeat that?
Oh, one world.
Yeah, I know. Just one more time. Jesus, calm down. One World is the only track on the album that Brian Eno was kind of was involved with and produced. You can tell. You can tell if you know Coldplay and Brian Eno from stuff like Viva La Vida and Milo Zailoto, you'll know that he has this tendency of having his Coldplay songs have three sections in them. Section 1, Section 2, and Section 3, like, all set out, all planned out. Section 1 is the One World section. Section 2 is the John Hopkins orchestra section. Section 3 is the In the End It's Just Love section. And then at the end, you get a little piano section, like jig session with Will and Chris. And that's like a little like thing with this album, a theme. At the end of songs, there's like little bonus tracks you get in them. Very Peter Gabriel, and I like that. I think if they like take inspiration from artists like Peter Gabriel, then they'll really have a great last couple albums. That's a really great addition. I think they should keep that. It's very good, very clever. I like it. But this song again is probably the second best song of the album in my opinion. If you disagree, please feel free to tell me in the comments. You know, if you agree with anything I've said about this video, please feel free to tell me. It's just sort of weird because when I heard Brian Eno did the last track on the album and it was 6.5 minutes long, I said, "Oh fuck! Well, there's the best track on the album, easily, easy. Don't even need to think about it. This is the best track on the album, and I haven't even listened to it yet." Did not expect Max Martin to cook that hard with Alien Hits Alien Radio. Did not expect the man to fucking cook up the most gorgeous macaroni and cheese that you've ever had. It was absolutely gorgeous, Alien Hits Alien Radio. But again, One World is a great song. I can imagine that song live and how great it must be, like cinematically with all like the screens and everything and the pyro. I'm assuming that will be incredible. But it's just a great way to end the album, and the wee piano jig session at the end is weirdly perfect and fitting way to end the album because of how weird it is in a way. If you look at it from like a musical standpoint, it's like a what the fuck just happened. I like what happened, but it's fucking weird. Yeah, but seriously, great song, start to finish. So that is Coldplay's 10th record out of 12. I love it. Genuinely, I do. I slated it a lot, but promise me, I absolutely love it. It's my favorite album of theirs in a long, long time. Because I despise Music of the Spheres. I love Everyday Life, but I also don't really like Heavy Roller Dreams either. I think that whole type of Coldplay is very, very bad. Very, very bad. But you may disagree. Again, if you disagree with any of that, tell me in the comments, and maybe I'll reply and leak your IP address. But yeah, if you have enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, comment, whatever. I don't really care. Share with your nan if you want to. If she likes Coldplay, she might do. My nan's dead. That don't matter. Yeah. See you guys later.